Good evening, diecast enthusiasts from around the world. Hope you're all very well. It's Sunday night here in England, and the weather seems a bit calmer for a change, so hopefully it will stay settled and we can sleep better at night. But anyway, no matter how bad you get it, there's always somebody worse. I always remember that. So, we know this format now. In front of you is the Plano case, which had the lid removed and the stickers ready to mount on the wall. And today we're doing Pack and Stack of Plano, which is a 50-50 split case between NASCAR, which I'm just getting into. They've started screening it on a sports channel in England, and I absolutely love it. Love the glamour of it, love the danger of it. Petrolheads enthusiast paradise. And I put Daytona on my bucket list. I would love to go to, a big meeting at Daytona. And yeah, I'll make it happen one day. I certainly hope so anyway. And then the other 50% of the case is a livery which I've got into, and I know it's popular out there with a lot of you, the Gulf livery. So I've done this a 50-50 case because I don't have enough of either to fill a case. I will do, I'll get there. I'm just happy with what I've managed to collect, and David Johns has helped me out with this. Fireman 1988 has helped. And Mix 67 there, you can't go far wrong in my world without them three. So let's crack on and show a few cars then, eh? So again, this one really doesn't matter so much because the big compartments, all NAS cars, and most of the Gulf seem to be the same size. So what I've got here first and foremost is this STP from Racing Champions, number 43. Pretty simplistic piece, to be honest with you. Very simple base. Like the wheels, Goodyear Eagles. But yeah, it's just got the STP oil logo on there, advertising filters and oils and the usual menagerie of minor sponsors, if you like. Some nice simple detailing on the front, and it's got the obligatory roll cage in there with the mesh netting to stop the driver being thrown. Cola on the back there. But yeah, that's just piece number one of the NASCAR half. Nothing to write home about. Paint's not special, it's adequate. The casting's quite nice. Because I have got some Racing Champs that are absolute stinkers, of which you'll see shortly. But again, we know by now, put them in the case and they seem to come alive a little bit, in their own little garage space there. And next, we've got another Racing Champs, and this is the Milkenny hot sauce, which of course is Tabasco. I know our American cousins actually go a bundle on that. And I've got into it a little bit. We've got the original Tabasco here. That looks like that opens. Yeah, it does. And if I tilt that to the light a little bit, it's a very simplistic engine. Just a little bit of chrome detail on the air filter. But number 35. It's a nice piece. I do like this one. I think it's tastefully done. Little bit of yellow flame licking up the bottom there. Again, plastic base, featureless wheels. Although, again, these are Goodyear Eagles with a little bit of red flashing on the edges of the alloy wheels. Nice detailing on the front. I like that. And there's that beautiful Tabasco sauce logo on there. I think overall, that's one of my favourite NASCARs. Again, roll cage and netting in the side there, as you can see. But I think that's a real nice piece. I can't tell you who drives these, because when they was in the packaging, it might have had some advertising bump, but the packaging's long gone. So I couldn't really tell you who the drivers are. Switching to the Gulf side of it, got this lovely piece here from Matchbox. It's a Volkswagen Beetle 4x4. I think some of these are like what you call Baja in the States, dune racing and such like. A lot of plastic on this one, the base, all these side rails in the engine bay, if you like, that's all plastic. Metal casting on top, number 67, that means something to me and Mick. Simplistic Gulf livery, nice colour, very basic details there, and the classic Gulf colours of orange and blue. 67 on the doors, very simplistic engine. If any detail, looks more like an outboard motor than an inboard motor, but yeah, like the little orange detail on the side of the wheels there, that catches the light quite nice. But it's a big piece, and this came out of a 5-pack just for this one really, but there was a couple of nice castings in there as well, so I was quite happy to have that. So that's the first of the Gulf ones. And this one is really tonight's shout out and dedication. This here, you will not find this anywhere, because this is one of my customs. This casting was absolutely beaten up. I think you might be able to see that the running boards there are a little bit dog bitten, and certainly they've had lumps kicked out of them there. And what this was a 4T cab, and just on the back hind here, it had 2 brackets which obviously held a tipper body. Well, I say it was long gone and really beaten badly. But Mick sent me it, and I said, do you know, I think I've got a notion for this. So we cut the hinges off, filed them down, smoothed them over as you do, stripped it apart. Chrome detail on there, that's just one of the chrome pens that I guess everybody's familiar with now. Got some decals from a guy in Canada. Lord, I ordered them, and literally 3 or 4 days later they were here. However, I made a mistake, and if anybody hasn't picked it up, I'll tell you, because we learn by our mistakes. Although I wasn't really, well, I'm not beating myself up about it because I didn't realise, but I assumed that these Gulf decals would come on clear paper, and they didn't. They came on white. So I got these cut fairly close. Again, a little bit of masking tape, the classic orange line on the blue. Both sprayed by airbrush, and both the paints of Viejo, of which I know most of us are familiar with. Orange skating all the way around. Black interior, no steering wheel, that's long gone. But I thought, for, you know, a first custom into the world of Gulf, because I love it. Obviously I've painted on the old-fashioned marker lights, which would have been candle lit in the old days, maybe gas tilly lanterns. But I was quite pleased with how this come out. Now, there's only one person I've got to thank for this, and that's Super Bad Videos. He did a wonderful Gulf custom, and I saw it and I asked him about it, and he was very kind enough to answer me questions. And he inspired me. He said, you know, go for it. It's not too difficult. I think the hardest part was finding a simplistic paint match, but the Viejo orange and the blue seem to match pretty decent. I can live with that. I really can live with that. And you can see here on the door where I've cut out to the shape, but there is that white background. Although I've been assured by other friends, including Mick, that it doesn't subtract from the overall look of the vehicle. Wheels here. This is Tamiya tints, and it's an orange tint, which obviously lets the chrome shine through a little bit, but just gives that suggestion of orange there. So that's nice. But basically, tonight's shout out goes for Super Bad Videos. Congratulations are in order. His wife's just given birth to a baby girl, of which we don't know the name yet. But I'm hoping he'll reveal that soon enough. And if you're watching SBV, I absolutely love your videos. I like, again, the easy laid-back presentation style. He does unboxings. He does a little bit of unpacking, you know, pieces he's bought, or his mum's very kind and often brings in bits and pieces as a surprise. He does emergency ration packs from various fighting forces. He's done his own custom one, really, and I would say that didn't interest me too much. However, my brother was in the army, British Army, for a lot of years, and he used to fetch me ration packs home as a kid, and I used to think it was a little adventure. So I think that's where he's piqued my interest again. So super bad. I'm loving your emergency ration packs as well. I know you've got a busy time now with a baby, but don't take too long out. Come back to us and start delivering some videos, will you, mate? I absolutely adore what you do, and thank you for putting me on the right track and inspiring me to do a Gulf custom, of which I've got lots and lots, and people might get bored with me Gulf customs, but I've got cases to fill. So, but again, you sit him in there and he makes sense. So, cracking on. But yeah, super bad videos. If you haven't checked him out, please check him out. It's nice, easy listening and relaxing presentation style. Love it. He's one of the guys that rock my world anyway. So this one, I've got a number of these. Now, it looks pretty flash. You know, that fluorescent orange there. It's got Super Racing on the wheels, but this is absolutely a cheapy no-name. Made in China, that's all you get. World champion, bull, bit of a scuffed up window there. Not one of my favourites, but again, you put him to bed like that, and does he look out of place? I don't think so. I really don't think so. But that's a no-name, and there's a couple of them in this case. This one, number 9. Well, again, it's another cheapy no-name. Very simplistic, global racing team. Number 6 if you look at it that way. Number 9 if you look at it that way, but there it is revealed as a number 9. Again, the typical protective cell inside and the side netting. Again, completely uninspiring piece. Put him in there. Now, does it make sense? Yeah. So we're going back to the Gulf side of things, and this piece, oh my word, what a beautiful premium piece from Hot Wheels. They've got it so right. It's a heck of a weighty piece. Beautiful metal base, Real Riders, number 1 Gulf livery. And if you're a Brit, that was raised in the 70s, you know, late 60s, 70s into the 80s, and now they've become sort of like a global van where one design, if you like, doesn't distinguish itself from another. This is Forever England. This is the tranny van, the super tranny van. Favourite weapon of bank robbers and armed robbers. This was always where they put the swag and got away. Well, I used to drive one of these, and I've driven the modern version, and rather surprisingly, you can put a couple of ton in the back there on pallets, and this, when it's empty, will drive flat out at 90 mile an hour. You can put 2 ton in one and come home at 90 mile an hour. The weight does not diminish the speed. It's quite amazing. You know, it's never going to be a racer, but in terms of getting from A to B real quickly, this is so iconically British. I suppose when this was all the rage in England, and it still sells millions of units worldwide, I guess you had the Dodge van. Again, The striping varies on all Gulf vehicles, I've noticed, but it's not too dissimilar. It's 1 or 2 stripes, or 1 stripe with 2 pinstripes, but this is a superb, absolutely superb. Look at that grille detail there, picked out in chrome from the metal base. This was a gift sent to me by David Johns. Again, there's certain people you'll hear their names over and over again. All I'm doing is making you aware of the fact and thanking David for finding me this beautiful piece. Absolutely thrilled to bits with it. But yeah, love that to bits. Forever England, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, we're heading back to the Matchbox. Loving this. Absolutely loving it. Ford F-150 Raptor, number 20. Beautiful, because you get that orange detail at the bottom, but I like the way it's blacked out with a toe hitch. Again, that orange tint to the wheel, which is so classic and evocative of the Gulf livery. Spare wheel in the back there. So it could be a desert racer. It could be the Paris to Dakar type race, if you like. It takes weeks. Nice flashings, tiny Gulf logos. That, to me, is fantastic. And again, Matchbox have got that so right. It's a beauty. I've got a few F-150s, but that's the only one I've got in Gulf. And yeah. So now, hopefully, as you can see, the usual, put them in something, you know, clear opaque and a little bit misty white, and these things tend to pop out at you, which is great, which is what I hope for. So, moving on, we're back to the NASCAR side of it, and this is a Hot Wheels Track Attack, and this, I think, is a commemorative piece of a meet-up. Goodyear Eagles, again, that seems to be the popular choice for NASCAR. Talladega, well, that doesn't mean anything to me because I'm not overly brilliant at geography for America, but I think that's the car. Is it Ford Talladega? Not familiar with the shape, as I'm not with a lot of these NASCARs. There's only a couple I do actually know, but Hot Wheels on the base. Lovely casting, lovely smooth paint. You know, you run your fingers over it and it's beautiful. Nice detail there on the front. But this one, as I was saying, it's a Track Attack Weekender. And I don't know if you can just see the date on there, but that says April 22, 2001. So that's already a nice vintage piece, but it's in super, super immaculate condition. And it shines really, really nice. I like the way that picks up the light. I really do. So here's a Racing Champions. Now this is a representation of the United States Air Force. I actually picked up, I think it was a 5-pack set where some of the money went to the American Armed Forces, and what a fantastic job they do. Young boys and girls going anywhere they're called to in the world, and without question going into battle scenarios to preserve our freedoms. And that's it on there on the back. We support our troops with a USA flag, number 24, and you'll see more of these, but this is the Air Force version. Now, this is a Racing Champs, and the casting itself is absolutely horrendous. It is as rough can be. I don't know if you can see that in the light. There you go. But there's bays, there's pits. And to be honest with you, it looked great in the box, but when I opened it, I was disappointed because I do expect far better of Racing Champions. I like the brand. I can't tell a lie. I do like the brand. But even when I sit in the angle that I'm seeing that paint at from, well, slightly above the camera, it's not nice. It's a nasty casting, and it spoils the overall look. But again, once you get it in that case, something magical happens. I think it's just the, you know, the clustering. Anyway, so we're back to the Gulf half, and we've got two of the same casting here, which I love. Again, I think Hot Wheels get it so right when they're casting vehicles for Gulf. It's a nice, clean casting. This, of course, is the 68 Chevy Nova, 2008 casting. No number on it, although with these bonnet vents, I suppose you could say, well, it could be number 11, but it can't because there's nothing else on the side. Again, chrome base, plastic. Nice heavy casting though, because it's nice and nice heavy metallic finish. A little bit of casting line on the back lid there, but nothing to write home about, nothing to complain about. Simplistic Goodyear logo on, and there's the famous SS Chevelle logo again. Just picking up the highlights on these rims. Nice piece. Nice mainline. I imagine there's lots and lots of you that have got that casting. And there's its brother, but this is the usual colour variant in white. All the same details, all the same logos, tampos, decals, whatever you want to call them. 350, I've just seen that on the bonnet, and indeed it's got it on the other one. But yeah, I'm not going to dwell on this one because it's the same as its brother, but just a white variant, and I quite like that. It doesn't look untoward, doesn't look out of place in that case. So now we're moving on to the fourth layer, and this is a Hot Wheels 43 STP. Very simplistic. I quite like the fact that the colours are leery, and they really shouldn't work, but it's NASCAR and anything goes. And I like this, but this is for STP, the oil company, and this one's flogging their oil treatment selection. Tons and tons of minor racing sponsors there. This one hasn't got the netting on, but you can see the protective cell inside. Number 43 STP, nothing more to say about that. But again, sit him in there. And does he look out of place? I don't think so. This is a Racing Champions. Now, as per the first one, here's the navy version, and oh my god, if you can see that paint in the light, look how hideously pitted that is. This, in terms of the lid, everywhere, it's just, well, it's a disgrace, and it really is a stain on Racing Champions. And the fact that they were putting this set out to help, the 5 armed forces, or I think it's a bit derisory. All around the windows, the casting's horrendous. I can't say how badly made this is. Again, I expect better from Racing Champions, but then you put him in there and he looks fine to a degree. As was the last 2 Gulfs we had, it's a similar 2 this time. Beautiful casting again. Hot Wheels getting it so right. And this is the white version from Hot Wheels of the custom Ford Mustang GT 2018, number 19. But look at the fine lines on that. It's kind of almost Porsche, but it's just the longer engine bay that gives it away. And of course, that mean old grille there that sometimes looks a bit Aston Martinish to me. Again, very sympathetic tampos. A simple piece, but a beautifully well made piece. Plastic orange base. Lots of metal in it. Quite like the tint on the windows. Again, this classic orange edging just makes it pop out. And as you know now, some of you, I don't like colours together, so I'm doing this on the diagonal. And so here's its sister, and this is the blue version. Again, no need to dwell on it. Everything's the same, number 19. Beautiful frontage, very low detail, but that said, I would love a premium piece in this casting. Won't take much to zhuzh it up and lift it above, but I do like the quality casting, which blows them Racing Champions away from me at the moment. And the paint job, nice eye gloss, nothing complicated. But again, you see how they sit now, and your eye's not drawn to any one really. So we'll just tilt up a little bit, just to take it up to the last 2 sections at the top there. I'll give you the overall view as normal. And this is a Hot Wheels Sonny King Ford. I like this. Again, the wheels, sorry, I'm drifting away there. The wheels I like on this one. I don't think they're the sort you'd see on a NAS car normally. This is 64 Elmo. It is a Ford. I know that because it says so on the base. But again, the way they've done this is class. Again, considering there's supposed to be better NAS cars out there than, you know, a lot of these Hot Wheels variants, I think it's not in your face, it's not over cluttered. But again, you pop it in there and that turquoise blue against the white, it looks fantastic for me, that really does. 2004 General Motors, this one I absolutely love. It has got a name on there, but I can't read it. I know it's not Racing Champions. I know it's not Hot Wheels. But that's what I like. A nice cold Bud. King of beers. It's a Chevy, obviously. There's the bow tie on the bonnet. Standing proud. That's beautiful. Number 8. Is that 80? Yeah, it's just 8. I wondered if that was a 3, but it's just a tempo work. A few other sponsors on there. Dakar, Ritz, the big Budweiser logo on there. There's the B signature with a crown on. Again, who doesn't love a Budweiser? Even if it's Bud Light. Again, there's that side netting, stop driver falling out in the event of an horrendous crash. Beautiful piece, that. That's one of my favourite NAS cars in there. And he fills up that bay really, really nice. So we're going back to the Gulf side. And this is a 1965 Volkswagen Type 3 Estate, what you call a wagon, a station wagon maybe. But in England, it's an estate car. I say it's a fully metal base, fully metal top. I mean, look at that. Look at the attention to detail on that. Even the windscreen wipers are blacked in there. But this is what I expect from Greenlight. Beautiful details on the front, simplistic as they are. Nice detailing on the back there. And I just bring that in a bit more. There we go. But that roof rack there, my goodness, you know. So that's obviously a Tourer. Again, maybe a Paris-Dakar rally type car. Real rider tyres. Unusual wheels, but they go, quite nice. But yeah, so this is a lovely, lovely Greenlight. Very pleased to have that. And there we go. Got a Ford GT40 here from Hot Wheels. Who doesn't know that shape? Who does not know that shape anywhere in the world? Again, a Hot Wheels mainline. You know, nothing to write home about. On the back there, they've got some nice detailing on the front there. Lovely, lovely striping. Them gull wing doors there in the closed position. Engine bay at the back with a simplistic representation of a motor in there, and the cooling vents for the heat to get in and get out. Again, lovely, lovely orange edge wheels. Just, it's so classic and evocative of the Gulf liveries for GT40. Love it. Can't do wrong with one of them. So we're moving up to the top line now, so I'll just put a little tilt on that for now. Again, you'll see these more when I sit the case forward. Hot Wheels F1 Racer. As we know, I put the smaller squatter castings on the top because that tends to be a little bit narrow. Difficult to handle for me because I say it's a very skinny casting. It's done so well. Again, it's clean, it's sympathetic. This is number 33. Plastic base. But again, they always rim the outer edge there with orange. I love that. And again, once you pop him in there, should we go that one or that one? We'll go that one. Once you pop him in there, great. You'll see that. Well, if I tilt now, Let me just move this. If I tilt like that, look. There we go. That's a tad better for you, I think. Again, I've got another one of these, but this one's a very, very, very nice Zamac. Loving that. Exactly the same casting, exactly the same number 33, but this one's Zamac'd out. It looks mean. It looks clean. I absolutely adore this piece. And again, it offers a little bit of something different within the Gulf livery. But again, look how well he sits. So the last two, and obviously we're popping back now to the NASCAR side of it. This is a Racing Champions, and this is the representation of the Marines. Remember that army set? This one, the paint job is done slightly better for me. But again, the casting lines are atrocious. I mean, if I rub my fingers over that, I might even cut myself. Again, I expect better from Racing Champions. The wheels, yeah, they're all right. The usual, well, is that a good year? Or, oh, it's Racing Champions and logo. Again, number 88. This is the Marines version from the Army set. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. I was disappointed, I say, when I got them out of the box, and the castings are very, very rough. Couldn't even say what the car is. It just looks like a generic one. And then here we've got a Family Channel sponsored car. There it is on the board. Family Channel number 16. And this is Prime Star. It's a Ford. That could be a Cosworth in my book. It doesn't say what it is underneath. And this, believe it or not, is a no-name. But look how that catches the light there. That is really, really nice. Really nice. Cracking paint job. Nice sharp details. Front end. Nicely done. Again, that racing cell, side netting. Good detail on the back. And a heavy piece, actually. It's deceptively heavy. It seems somehow bigger than the others. But, again, let's tilt that. And then, if I just pop down a bit. Now, what do you think to that? In all honesty. You know, again, so I've got a 50-50 split here between NAS and Gulf. I'm on my way to one whole Gulf case. I'm on my way to one whole NASCAR case. But for now, I haven't got enough for the two, so I've put them together. And again, I don't think that looks anything other than classy. Got a couple of honourable mentions here. Another Gulf casting I